Welcome back to the Tony Narrative Show. I'm Tony, and thank you for joining me on today's Motivational Monday. So, motivation, what does it mean? It means something different to everybody. It's, how you find the ability to get out there and do something that makes you happy. And it doesn't necessarily be like it makes you happy, but it accomplishes a goal you need to get done, pretty much, right? Sorry about that, held holding today. Without the motivation to, drive yourself and to direct yourself in the right path, you get lost and mixed up in this crazy world that we have. And it's not a shame, but you definitely could use a little nudge from your friends sometimes. And friends need motivation sometimes more than we need it personally, so don't be selfish. Help a brother out. And pretty much that brings me to what I'm going to ramble about today. I'm going to ramble about a friend that doesn't have the motivation to do the simplest thing. Now, there's other factors involved, but for the most part, this is something that I truly believe that he can do, that he just chooses not to. So I'm not going to mention his name on this episode, Monday Motivation, but I'm going to tell you what's going on. So it was about a few days ago, I want to say like 3 or 4 days ago. And, he goes on social media and says, hey, how'd you guys feel if I start up a podcast again? And I was like, oh, that's awesome. I didn't know you stopped. He had a podcast he was doing. He got maybe like 6 or 7 episodes in, and he was getting 60 to 100 views, plays. No problem. It was not a virtual podcast or video podcast. I'm sorry. It was just regular audio podcast. He was getting views. He just started and people were really digging what he was putting down. And man, so much work he was putting into it. Well, he stops because he lacked the proper equipment he says to keep going. He was trying to spend the most amount of money he could on his podcast just starting out. His channel wasn't monetized yet. He wasn't making any money, and he's trying to dump money into a podcast for his business that he created, which, in my mind, if you just started a business, you're putting money into your business. I get, trying to do this, but at the same time, like, don't put all your eggs in one basket. You essentially, like, what that means for him is if he would have spent, $200-$300 on podcast equipment and just stopped doing it like he did, it was a waste of money. Absolute waste of money. So I asked him, what do you need to make this happen again? I'm as a business owner myself, I know that we need to help one another. And I was willing to do that. And he says, well, I need to spend this much money on audio equipment because I need a better mic system. And I was like, man, you don't need all that money to spend on mics. Just do what everybody else does. Grab your iPhone, grab those Apple headphones, which I just put out a video the other day about using GarageBand and Apple headphones. Go check that out. But I said, GarageBand, your iPhone, Apple headphones, all you need. And if you want to do 2 mics, get a second, set of Apple headphones and a splitter. And you might spend $20. That's it. And his complaint was, no, if I don't have the proper, equipment, I'm just not going to do it because I don't want terrible audio. And I personally, I understand that. You don't want terrible audio. You want people to be able to listen to your podcast for hours on end. But what I don't understand is, let me zoom out a little bit. What I don't understand is why set limitations for yourself? If you have a goal and you want to reach that goal, do it. Don't let anything hold you back from being successful in life. Don't let anybody tell you that you cannot do it. If you think you can do it, you can do it. It doesn't matter how much money you spend. It doesn't matter how much support you have. It kind of does matter how much support you have because that will keep you going. But all that matters is what's right here in your heart and if you're ready to make that choice or not and that decision. And if not, then okay, take some time, think about it, maybe come up with a different plan. But, in my mind, there's no reason to stop yourself from achieving your goals and being successful in life. You just got to do it. Everyone says just do it, but what does that really mean? What does it mean to you? That's the question I'm going to ask you today is what does that mean to you? What does it mean when somebody tells you to just do it? leave your answer down in the comments below. I want to know, what does it mean when somebody tells you to just do it? And is it that easy? Maybe I'm like, giving him a hard time unknowingly, and maybe it really is that hard. But to me, like, if you've already had a successful podcast that was gaining growth quickly, and all you had was essentially what I just talked about before, he was using his iPad with GarageBand and a cheap $20 condenser microphone, and he was doing wonderful. People were listening. Is that an issue for some people when you tell them to just do it? I don't know. But it's been real. I'm Tony. This was Motivational Monday, episode number 2. Seems like we're going to be doing these about once a month. If you want them more, let me know in the comments as well. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Every subscribe helps and lets me know that you're here for me and we're in it to win it together, as well as sharing it with your friends. I love seeing my videos shared. I love seeing, people that I didn't know before comment and reach out to me. And I'm here to help you. So whatever you need, just let me know. But till then, see you next time. I'm Tony. This is Tony Nera Show, and I'm out. Peace.